All right, so let's start with the big story that we are tracking on WION at this hour. Pressure on Benjamin Netanyahu, the Israeli Prime Minister, is mounting. Ever since the Israeli Prime Minister decided to go ahead and finish off Hamas completely and has started a relentless campaign of bombing in the Gaza Strip, resulting in catastrophic civilian deaths, displacement and famine. And all of this has now drawn a major backlash from different world leaders. And the recent air bombings by the Israelis on Rafah, in which at least about 45 people were killed, including many children, has resulted in mounting diplomatic pressure on the state of Israel and on the beleaguered Israeli Prime Minister. The strike has come in the backdrop of the International Court of Justice ordering the state of Israel to immediately halt its military offensive on Rafah. But the blatant ignoring of the World Court's order has raised many questions. The United Nations Security Council called for an emergency meeting. The closed-door meeting is requested by Algeria, which currently is a non-permanent member of the UNSC. Spain, Ireland and Norway have decided to officially recognize the Palestinian state, despite some petulant protests by Israel. While the declaration by the three nations is mostly symbolic, they are hoping that it would gather more momentum and would prompt other European nations to follow suit. Spain and Ireland will be the largest and the most politically influential nations in the 27-member bloc to recognize the Palestinian state. Now, apart from these nations, Barbados, Jamaica, the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago and the Commonwealth of Bahamas are the countries which recognized Palestine in 2024. The move is likely to elevate diplomatic protocols, with representative offices in the West Bank being upgraded to full embassies. Moreover, Canada, which has repeatedly supported calls for an immediate ceasefire in the Gaza Strip, has also announced that it will issue as many as about 5,000 visas to the Palestinians in Gaza. Now, this has been in response to the Israeli airstrikes, to which Canada has expressed that it is horrified by the Israeli attacks in which so many innocent civilians have been killed. With the push for recognition of the Palestinian state gaining more momentum, EU's foreign ministers held talks in Brussels with their counterparts from Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Egypt and the United Arab Emirates and Qatar as part of a diplomatic push for a two-state solution. And apart from the global pressure, Netanyahu is also having trouble on the domestic front, as a new set of allegations against the right-wing transportation minister, Miriv Regev, were revealed in an expose that was aired on Israeli media on Sunday. The communications published indicated that the minister's aides had planned to help to monopolize the massive 7th of October attack as a way of boosting her own public standing. Now, the details are based on an official memoranda and internal group chat that was supplied by the former staff of the minister. And they also showed us to how close the advisors to Regev allegedly had repeatedly depicted the anti-government protesters as not protesters but as insurgents, including in mulling the idea that they could be funded by, believe it or not, Israeli protesters being funded, they allege, by the Hezbollah or the CIA. However, Regev has denied the ongoing reports as lies and distortions. Now, apart from this, IDF's retired Major General Tisak Brik has criticized the Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu and the heads of the defense establishment, saying that if Netanyahu and his defense minister stay on in power, then the state of Israel will deteriorate, resulting in its end. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.